I mean, are we surprised at all after yesterday's win? Are we surprised? If you guys watched my recap of last game, and if you didn't, I was not necessarily pleased despite the fact that the Mets won. Why? Because of the fact that it was just not an impressive win. And I said in that exact video that if they continued to play baseball the way that they did, they were not going to win this series, nor were they going to win, nevertheless, just this game alone. And sure enough, they did not win this game. And now they have to win the series because every single win and every single series win is crucial at this point because of the fact that they put themselves so far behind the eight ball that you have to pretty much win every game. You have to. And they needed to sweep this series. I'm sorry for being that guy, but I demanded a sweep. I did because realistically, what is going to separate you enough from the Padres if you just take 2 out of 3? It's not enough separation. One game, whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. It's not enough. And this team, I'm telling you right now, again, they play this way, not going to win enough games because this was another unacceptable effort. Mets lose 3-1 to the San Diego Padres, since I never even said the score. But let's just talk about it. I'm pissed off. I'm annoyed because I continue to just watch this team and get roped back in thinking that anything's different. And then they just show more of the same these past 2 games. And I'm hoping that they prove me wrong and they go out there and slaughter the Padres in the finale of the series. But my God, how could we expect it to happen when they play baseball like this? How? They can't even play defense properly. They can't do anything right. But before we jump into it, leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially if you're Met fans. Turn on your notifications so you know when I open to go live next. So let's talk about it. I mean, what is there to talk about with the offense, right? Um, First inning, Nimmo strikes out, Fan flies out, Lindor strikes out. Bottom of the first, back-to-back groundouts from Tatis and Soto. Manny Machado then walks, and then Xander Bogaerts strikes out. We go to the top of the second, where Blake Snell gets 3 strikeouts. Because why? Why would the Mets ever be able to hit off Blake Snell? Oh, my bad. They did the wild card game last year, which, by the way, that wild card game, what did that mean? Yeah, nothing except a participation medal for a game 3, right? Bottom of the second, Gary Sanchez with a leadoff double. You throw your arms up, of course, because you knew it was going to happen. And then Jake Cronenworth gets himself a single. And then this is this is just crazy. Brandon Dixon hits one to right field. Starling Marte has time, space, everything. Lets the ball drop. Why that doesn't constitute as an error beyond me. Lazy play by Marte. Awful. Awful play. Lazy. Gets the out at second. Whoop-de-doo. A run still scored. 1-0 ball game. But it didn't matter, I guess, because Matthew Batten ends up hitting a home run to left on the next pitch. The next at bat. 3-0 ball game. Grisham strikes out. Tatis with a single. Soto grounds out. We go to the top of the third. Marte with a strikeout. Beatty strikes out. And then Canna walks. Nimmo with a single. And the Mets do absolutely nothing yet again with some runners on as Tommy Pham hits into a force out. Bottom of the third. Hey, David Peterson gives a 1-2-3 inning, getting back-to-back flyouts and striking out Gary Sanchez. Mets will then go down in order in the top of the fourth as another 1-2-3 inning, which yet again featured Blake Snell picking up more than one strikeout. Oh my God. Bottom of the fourth, Cronenworth grounds out. Nice little play by Pete. Dixon strikes out. Batten walks. Grisham with a single. Thankfully, Peterson works out of the jam and gets Tatis to fly out. Top of the fifth, McNeil with a pop out. Marte strikes out because, of course, Beatty then reaches on because of catcher's interference from Gary Sanchez. And then Brett Beatty gets gunned out at second. Nice, right? Nice. You got a free runner on from catcher's interference, and you waste it by trying to steal. Welcome back to the lineup, Brett Beatty. I'm sorry that I wished you back into it. Um, Bottom of the fifth, Soto strikes out, Machado strikes out, and Bogart strikes out. Okay. Okay. Three strikeouts there. Nice for it to be on the Mets side of things. Top of the sixth, Canna with a strikeout, and then Nimmo and Pham walk back to back, and the Mets do what with those runners? Oh yeah, absolutely nothing as Lindor lines out and Alonso grounds out. Bottom of the sixth, Gary Sanchez gets on from an error from Francisco Lindor. Wouldn't be the first time we talk about that because, again, defense non-existent in this one. Jake Cronenworth lines out. Dominic Leone then comes in the pitch. Rougned Odor comes up the pitch hit. Thankfully, Leone gets back-to-back strikeouts on Odor and Batten. We go to the top of the seventh, where Luis Garcia comes in for Snell, and Francisco Chris Paul Alvarez hits a huge home run to cut the deficit down to 42. Huge three to cut the lead down to 42, whatever you want to say, as he hits himself a home run to make it 3-1. Thank you, Alvarez, for showing up, but what does it matter because the Mets go down in order from there. Grant Hartwig comes in the pitch and surprisingly does well. Gets a strikeout, ground out, and a line out from pretty much the top of the order too, which is impressive. Nick Martinez then comes in, and I yelled at him for celebrating yesterday. He had every right to celebrate tonight as he gets 3 strikeouts on Canna, Nimmo, and Pham. Trevor Gott comes in the pitch. Machado lines out. Bogarts gets on from another error from Francisco Lindor. Gott then thankfully picks off Bogarts though at first, and then Sanchez strikes out. Top of the ninth, Josh Hader comes in. Lindor with a single. Pete Alonso. Backwards K in the book. Alvarez strikes out. McNeil grounds out. That's your ball game. Final score 3-1. 5 hits for the Padres, 3 for the Mets. 2 errors for the Mets, 1 for the Padres. Oh my God. 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. 5 left on total for the Mets. Doesn't that make you feel great? And you have David Peterson after the game saying that the game is on him and that the offense grinded out at bats. Were we watching the same game, David? Tommy Pham has cooled off way too much. 0 for 3 with a walk, a strikeout. He's cooled off way too much. Nimmo 1 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, whoop-de-doo. Lindor 1 for 4 with a strikeout. Yep. That's our all-star. 2 errors. I don't rag on him too much because he's been good lately, but at the same time, it's like, come on. Alonso, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. What did I say about Pete Alonso recently? What did I say? He hasn't been good enough. That's what I said if you haven't been paying attention or if you just haven't seen the videos. He hasn't been good enough. That's the problem here. And I don't know when he's going to get out of this funk, but it's pissing me off. Is he just going to be the Kyle Schwarber of the Mets? Because I'm telling you right now, if he's just going to hit for low average and just hit 40 home runs a year, he deserves money. Sure, you can keep a guy like that around. I'm telling you right now, he does not deserve the big bucks, though. Telling you he does not deserve the big bucks if that's going to be the type of offense that we get from him. I'm sorry. I know people are anti-batting average in the year 2023, but it's one thing if you're saying that a player is like hitting 250, but his OPS is like 800, 900. That's one thing. 213 is just not acceptable. I'm sorry, it's not. You need at least a 230 batting average from Pete Alonso. You need it. That's the minimum I'm asking for. Alvarez 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, getting the home run. Thanks for showing up, I guess, since all we're about is participation medals here. McNeil, 0 for 4. How many Fs does Marte give? 0, 0. To quote Frank the Tank, 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Brett Beatty, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Marcana, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. At least he got a walk, though, to change things up from the last 3 batters. Peterson gave enough. 5 1/3 is good enough from him. 3-run ball is good enough from him. 7 strikeouts is great. 2 walks isn't bad. 5 hits is not awful, especially considering what Max is doing every 5th day. Um, Peterson gave a good enough start. The bullpen was great. There's not one bad thing you could say about the bullpen. Leon was great. Hartwig was good. Gott was good. It's just the damn offense. And it's more of the same where when they can't hit, they can't pitch. When they can't pitch, they can't hit. It's more of the same. Will anything ever be different? It truly feels like it won't. But even when it felt like we were turning a page here. But Joe Musgrove and his shiny ears against Max Scherzer in tomorrow's start. Have to win the game if you want any sort of shot at the playoffs. Even though, like I keep saying, if they're gonna play baseball like this, I don't even care if they make the playoffs, because what's gonna be the fun in watching them get killed in the wild card again? What's gonna be the fun in that? That's gonna be it for me. I'll see you in the next one.